Following your heart, that's the topic of author Yung Pueblo's latest book, How to Love Better and the Path to Deeper Connection Through Growth, Kindness, and Compassion. The New York Times bestselling author joining us live now. Good morning, Yung. How are you doing today?
I'm doing really well. Thank you for having me, Joey.
Thanks for being with us. We appreciate it. And so this new book is comes out, I should say, on Tuesday, right? Tell us
That's
about
right.
what folks should expect when they read it.
So this book was really inspired by the shock that I had of going into meditation and really into meditation to really save myself. I was dealing with a lot of sadness, anxiety, sort of past pain from growing up in a lot of pretty extreme poverty. And the same skills that I was developing to help my mind to build my inner peace, the skills of patience, of awareness, of non-reaction, of listening to myself, accepting myself, I was shocked when those same skills opened up a new chapter of harmony in my relationship. So what I'm really trying to do with How to Love Better is build a bridge between personal growth and how that impacts our relationships.
Yeah, and so what do you want folks to learn from this as they read this, when they put this book down? What do you want them to take with them?
I want them to really sort of feel inspired and understand that they can take their evolution into their own hands and that everyone arrives into relationships with imperfections, with their own emotional history, with their own conditioning and behavior patterns. But if we develop self-awareness, we can actually start reshaping and creating a better culture in our own minds that will then start bringing new peace into our relationships and new levels of understanding. So I really want people to know that their growth will positively affect their relationship.
And from your experience, how important is empathy in growing those connections with people?
It's fundamental. I think I talked specifically about a type of compassion where you can not only appreciate your own perspective, but pull yourself out of your perspective and witness the perspective of another person. So whenever there are arguments or tense moments, that specific type of compassion where you can pull yourself out of your perspective and see the perspective of another, that's what really helps new understanding to arise and relieve that tension.
Relationships are complicated. Everybody knows that, who's been in one. And so what are the challenges associated with learning how to love better?
I think a lot of the challenge revolves around not expecting the relationship to always be blissful and perfect. The relationship is not going to solve all your problems. There are still going to be ups and downs. And beyond that, not just expecting there to be a constant high in the relationship, but it's tough to accept that your partner can add to your happiness, but your happiness is fundamentally built inside of your own mind, and it's determined by your perception and your reaction. So you have to take ownership of your own happiness so that you're not always expecting it to come from some external thing or person.
So I understand you're celebrating this new book with a lecture at the Sidney Goldstein Theater in San Francisco. Where can we find out more about that? Well, tell us more about it, first of all, and where can we get the tickets?
Yeah, I'm really excited to be celebrating the launch of my book in San Francisco. I'll be there on Friday at 7:30 p.m. At the Sidney Goldstein Theater. And you can get tickets through my Instagram account on the links, Yung Pueblo, YUNG_PUEBLO. And How to Love Better is going to be available in bookstores starting on Tuesday.
Okay, let's give folks your final pitch here. Why should we pick up this book?
Well, this book is really meant for anybody who is not only trying to develop themselves, but understands that in relationships, there are going to be challenges. And relationships are a big mirror that shine a light on what you're good at and what you're not good at. And I think embracing this opportunity for growth, it's going to fundamentally help not only reshape your own life, but sort of reshape the culture in the relationship. So this book is really meant as support for anybody who's open to growing.
All right, final question for the folks out there dealing with some challenges in their relationship now. What's your advice for them?
I think not only to not get attached to perfection, because the attachment to perfection is quite insidious. You know, we want everything to work out smoothly, but just understand that if you're dealing with an argument or some difficulty in a relationship right now, that you need to practice selfless listening. Take opportunities to hear what your partner is saying and then tell them your story. And you'll understand that as you're better able to see your partner and they can see you, the tension will fizzle out. So you really just need to double down on communication.
It's a work in progress. Never ends. Yung Pueblo, best-selling New York Times author. Thanks so much for being with us today.
Yeah, totally. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
We appreciate it. Good to see you.